They didn't ban humans from war because we lost battles. They banned us because we ended them. For centuries, the Galactic Council believed war was a regulated science. Battles were planned years in advance. Casualty limits were negotiated, and victory was measured by territory gained, not lives ended. Every species followed the rules because every species feared extinction. Every species except one: humans. When Earth first joined the Galactic Union, military analysts laughed. Our ships were crude, our weapons inefficient, our tactics outdated by interstellar standards. We had no honor codes, no ritualized combat doctrines, no patience for drawn-out wars. The Council assumed humans would either adapt or be eliminated. What they never considered was that humans didn't come to learn how to fight. We came to finish fights. The first war humans participated in was supposed to be minor. A border dispute between two expansionist empires. Limited engagements only. Humans were assigned as auxiliary forces, observers at best, expendable infantry at worst. The Council believed exposure would humble us. Instead, it revealed something terrifying. While other species fought to win ground, humans fought to break the enemy's ability to fight at all. Supply lines vanished overnight. Command ships were targeted first. Communications collapsed. Enemy morale didn't erode gradually. It shattered instantly. Humans didn't aim for dominance. We aimed for finality. When questioned about the brutality of these tactics, a human commander responded calmly, "If a war can end tomorrow instead of next decade, why would we choose tomorrow?" The Council dismissed it as inexperience. That was their first mistake. The second mistake was approving human escalation authority. During the siege of Korth Prime, Allied forces were locked in a stalemate that had lasted 11 years. Casualties were within acceptable margins. Negotiations were ongoing. Humans were deployed as reinforcements, instructed to hold positions and apply pressure. Instead, within 72 hours of arrival, the war was over. Humans disabled the planet's power grid, collapsed orbital infrastructure, and executed a simultaneous strike on every known military installation. The defending empire surrendered unconditionally. 11 years of war ended in 3 days. The Council was horrified, not because of civilian losses, which were statistically lower than projected outcomes of prolonged war, but because humans had violated the unspoken rule of galactic conflict. Wars were not supposed to end quickly. Quick wars destabilized economies. Quick wars shattered political narratives. Quick wars denied empires the ability to recover dignity. Humans didn't care. As one human diplomat later said, "You call it stability. We call it suffering with better branding." The third mistake was allowing humans to fight again. In the Helix Rebellion, human forces were deployed against an enemy known for psychological warfare. The enemy broadcast fear signals, emotional suppression fields, and terror algorithms that broke entire fleets without firing a shot. Against humans, it failed completely. Humans felt fear and advanced anyway. They used it. They weaponized it. Human soldiers adapted faster under stress. Their commanders became more creative when cornered. Their brutality increased not out of cruelty, but efficiency. The rebellion collapsed so violently that surrounding systems surrendered preemptively. That was when the Council began to panic. Galactic law committees convened emergency sessions. Analysts reviewed human historical records in detail for the first time. They found extinction events, global wars, plagues, nuclear weapons, environmental collapse, and something far worse than any single disaster. They found repetition. Humans had nearly destroyed themselves multiple times and kept going. They had no sacred view of war because war had shaped them. To humans, conflict was not a tragedy to be managed. It was a disease to be cured aggressively. The ban came shortly after. Humans were officially prohibited from participating in interstellar warfare. The public justification cited excessive force, disproportionate outcomes, and ethical incompatibility. Privately, the truth was simpler. Humans made war obsolete wherever they went. Other species protested. Human victories had saved trillions of lives by shortening conflicts. But the Council stood firm. Wars needed to be controlled, not concluded. Humans accepted the ban without resistance. That terrified the galaxy more than protest ever could. For decades, humans withdrew. We focused on trade, exploration, and defensive research. Galactic wars resumed, slower and cleaner, exactly as the Council preferred, until something worse arrived. The Devourers were not an empire. They were not negotiators. They were extinction incarnate. They didn't occupy planets. They consumed them. Galactic rules meant nothing to them. Casualty limits were irrelevant. Diplomacy was impossible. Entire fleets vanished. Civilizations older than humanity were erased in months. The Council's methods failed spectacularly. Emergency measures were proposed, debated, delayed, and vetoed while systems burned. Finally, reluctantly, the Council did the unthinkable. They contacted Earth. The message was carefully worded, filled with conditions and restrictions. Humans ignored most of it. The response was a single sentence: authorization received. Human fleets arrived faster than predicted, armed differently than before. There were no warnings, no negotiations, no announcements. Humans studied the Devourers for 1 week. Then they ended the war in 1 month. They targeted reproduction nodes, erased navigation networks, collapsed hyperspace corridors, and scorched every Devourer world beyond recovery. The species didn't retreat. It didn't surrender. It simply ceased to exist. When asked how they justified such absolute destruction, a human admiral answered, "You don't arrest a wildfire. You extinguish it." The galaxy was saved. The Council was horrified again. The ban on humans from war was reinstated immediately, this time permanent. New clauses were added. Humans were officially classified as an existential combat hazard, not an enemy, not an ally. Alas Hizorchi. Today, when galactic wars stall and casualties climb, leaders glance toward Earth and then look away. They know the price of asking. Humans don't fight to win. We fight to make sure no one ever has to fight again. That is why we were banned from war. Not because we were monsters, but because we were willing to end the nightmare, no matter how ugly the ending had to be.